In this lecture, we'll try to understand what is table. So before we go to the table, let's try to understand how Oracle store the data. Oracle store the data in the form of binary format. So it cannot be readable by the normal users like you and me. So in order to understand, in order to read this data, we need some mechanism, right? So for that, we can create a table. So table will looks like this. Table is basically a combination of rows and column. Now what is this rows and what is this column? Let me take one example. Let's say I have one employee table. This employee table stores some data related to the ID and related to the name. Apart from this, you can also add the number of columns. So ID is like your 1, 2, and name is, let's say my name is Ankush and another name is XYZ. So this is your table actually. This is your table. We store your data in the form of columns. Now this is your column actually. Whatever you can see, this is your column. Okay. And rows are this one. These are the rows. Whatever you can see, 1 and Ankush, 2 and XYZ, these are the rows. So this data, you can see it in tabular format now. So at least we can see the data, but actually in Oracle database, this data gets stored in the binary format, which you cannot read. And in order to read this data, we need to have one table, and this is a table. So here ID and name are your column, and there are 2 rows are there. Okay. So in the next lecture, we'll see like how you can create a table. And this is really important when you are discussing about the Oracle database technology. Table is something, again, if you take any example of your Oracle database or MySQL database, the table definition will never get changed. It is a common in all the databases. Table is always a table with respect to any database you are talking about, which is in tabular format in the form of rows and columns.